Hey guys, so I found out that the guy who owns my store, along with all the other stores, naughty, naughty. So left in the dark, employees speak out after subway closures, missing pay. Now my last paycheck bounced, probably because he closed the payroll account. So lucky for me, it was only $49 because of the way the week works with the store. So for me, it was only $49, but still. But for people who didn't believe that what I was saying about the problems going on, and we go down here, and it shows all the places that he has stores, and of course our town is there. Um, we got investigation. Um, where is it? It says all the places that he owns stores. I thought it was just Albemarle, Richfield, and Mount Pleasant, but apparently it was more than that, like a lot more than that. Okay, the Morganton franchises were acquired first, with the most recent additions Concord, Kannapolis, Richfield, and Albemarle added in 2024. So for anyone who thought I was a dirty, lousy liar, no. When I'm saying that, hey guys, I'm kind of struggling right now, and due to no fault of my own, my manager or the owner being complete, yeah, as you can, I don't lie. There's no reason. Um, but Parrish's 17 subway locations across the Carolinas are in Concord, Kannapolis, Spruce Pine, Albemarle, Burnsville, Columbus, Mount Pleasant, Charleston. So he has, even in South Carolina, he's got some. I mean, this guy has about 500 employees. He has the subways. He bought about two Piggly Wigglies. So, actually, let me see the investigation. What is he being investigated for? I don't care about the family. Pierce. Okay, investigation. Subway Real Estate LLC filed an eviction notice on Friday, June 13th for the Fleming Drive location due to unpaid rent. Parish missed the May 1st payment, and after a 10-day grace period, that would explain why we weren't getting trucks. That explains everything. We wanted to know why we were getting truck. We weren't, even when we switched to the new company, we still weren't getting the trucks. This is why. This is why. After a 10-day grace period and formal demand, Subway filed the eviction. He is accused of breaching the lease, and now owes 3,000. Is that three? I'm sorry. I'm owes 3,000. Okay, I didn't know if this was they were both commas, but even then it was $3,499 in back rent. Huh. This case was continued on June 24th with a new court date set to Tuesday. I mean, that was yesterday, so that's done. According to court records in the Cabarrus County court system, building owner Fiat Company CEO Nancy Tran filed a lawsuit with an eviction notice on June 12th that requested Parish to appear before a magistrate on June 30th. Parish did not pay rent for the 8345 South Carolina, 49 North in Mount Pleasant, um, of April, May, and June. That would make sense. That honestly explains everything. That explains why our locations were being affected too. The total amount that the defendant is seeking is $7,689. Regarding police reports, Lieutenant Nick Edwards of the Morganton Criminals Investigation Division said that the number of victims could change any day. If this matter is resolved by the deadline, Edwards says that MPS will still consult with the district attorney's office on whether to pursue charges or fulfilling the deadline is satisfactory. The eviction process is handled by the Burke County Sheriff's Office. Um, with a case like this, with an employer and employee, we make sure the employees get what the employee gets what's theirs. Um, so new ownership. Harrison Pierce said they've been in contact with someone they believe has purchased all 17. I'll thank the Dark Lord. However, the paper has not been able to confirm the identity of the new owner or reach anyone on phone. Hopefully, I heard someone say that it might have been purchased and that it's, under new management. But I mean, I think that as an employee, I would probably we would be the first to know, saying, "Hey guys, you're gonna be able to go back to work." Um, However, the paper employee providing employees, Harrison Pierce both said they'd be willing to return to work working at Subway, but only with certain stipulations, including payment through. Yeah, we don't have direct deposit. It's all check. It's all checks. So, which is annoying. So why we never had direct deposit was just asinine. So someone like me who takes public transportation, I have to, find time in the schedule to get to the bank. So hopefully that's something. According to Harris, Parrish originally paid employees through direct deposit, but in the last 6 months of his ownership, something occurred with the app where they received their payments, so he switched to payments through paper checks. Yeah. We're kind of skittish. That throws us off. Skittish. Um, but yeah. Well, and I wouldn't have known this because the person, the manager at Dollar General, let me know that the dude was under investigation. I'm like, what? So I just got back, as you can see, from Dollar General, and I got on. I'm like, okay, let me look up this guy. So I knew his name. I didn't know if it was Parrish, like Parr, or Par, but I just said, you know, William Parrish and investigation, and I got this. But yeah. So for people who thought that I was like bullshitting them, no, it's legit. Believe it or not, I don't fucking lie. People are always astounded when they realize that I've been telling the truth. But I mean, luckily enough, I've got a temporary job. I've been taking care of June again, but of course she's 86. She's not going to live forever. So hopefully I can get back to work. If I can get back to work soon, I'll be working Tuesdays and Thursdays here, and then like Monday, Wednesday, Friday taking care of June, and I'll have the weekends off. But yeah, right now I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, um, taking care of June. So it's a source of income, but I want to get back to work. So I don't know when the deals or whatever's going to happen. I'm constantly um I'm constantly going on my phone, and just in case my district manager doesn't mention it, I'm going to the little thing for the schedules, and I'm like checking to see my schedules change or anything like that. Right now, it just says schedule not published because we're not working. But I'm constantly looking, you know. So hopefully this will be resolved soon enough, and I can get back to work. And when I do, I am going to make myself the biggest fucking sandwich, the biggest, the best. I'm gonna call it the Don. Gonna call it the Don. Gonna be the best sandwich. It's gonna be the biggest, juiciest, probably the most marvelous sandwich anyone's ever seen. Um, but I do like working there. It's just for the past couple months, we're like, oh, sorry, we don't have this. But I mean, the freaking toaster oven breaks down constantly. We had them bring in a new soda machine, but then it's a brand new machine, but then we don't have CO2, so there's no soda. If you want freaking water flavored with some of that syrup, then by all means, go ahead. Um, but there was no meat really. Most of the time there's no cheeses a lot of the time. We were running out of things like mayonnaise. Like, how the fuck do you run out of mayonnaise when half the sandwiches have that? Lettuce, same thing. So it's insane. And I met this guy once. He came in to collect some deposits, and I was gonna give him a piece of my mind even then, but we were busy, and and you guys know me. I would have. I don't care if he's a manager, if he's a boss. I don't care who he is. If I have something to say, I'm gonna say it. But we were busy, and unfortunately, I didn't have the time. So, but this is what happens when you have someone who is like 27, who is like, "Mommy, Daddy, I don't want to walk. I don't want to work for Subway. I want to own the Subway." Like, the dude's like 27. He drives a Tesla, and I think he's got a rich family as well. But yeah, yeah, 3 in Morganton. Both the ones in Albemarle are closed. Richfield's closed. Mount Pleasant's closed. They're all closed. This guy's got a total of like 500 employees, and they're all being screwed over right now. Like I said, he also owns a couple of Piggly Wigglies, and I don't know what other, but if he's got 500 employees, I mean, even the Subways, there's only like a couple people who work there, so it's got to be bigger stores and more stores to add up to like 500 something employees. And that's not me saying, that was my district manager saying he's got like 500 employees. Um, so it's ridiculous. But actually, I want to see if there's one with his face in it. There he is, right there. There he is. Like I said, I've met the guy once. He came in, collected some deposits from the safe, and he was gone. But yeah, that's him, officer. But I just want something to be done about it. I I just started working there, what, 4 or 5 months ago, and look at the crap I have to deal with already. You know, I mean, I'm glad I've got another job right now, but again, it's a temporary job because June's not going to last forever. So, anyway, yeah, I heard about it, the investigation, when I was down at Dollar General, and I was like, okay, let me look it up, and I thought everyone would be interested to see that I'm not a fucking liar, despite what people seem to think. Believe it or not, I tell the truth. There's no point lying about anything. But yeah. Anyway, that's now you know. But that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.